because if I didn't tell him, then he would be more hesitant about murder hoboing them on the off chance they gave him something really good.
Yeah,
My favorite
he's
part
not
was
wrong with
whenever I'd
you.
find like a new piece of armor, like whenever I'd find a new piece of armor or weapon. Son, is this better than what I have? Well, what do you have? I'd tell him what I have, and then he'd be like, "Well, it's better for this." I'd be like, "Well, mine looks cooler." Yeah, but that one's better. Well, how much better? Because mine looks better.
Ashen Souls, I feel that on such a weird level.
Like I'm a large proponent of everything in Dark Souls is good for something. So I would tell him what each thing that he asked me about is good for. And then he'd
Not
just
only that,
totally
I would ask him to
disregard
get shit
the
for me.
specification.
Yeah.
Like, I would have when we started playing Dark Souls, I was like, "So tell me about all the weapons."
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah,
Then I figured out what weapons I wanted, and I was like,
it was
"Can
much
you get them for me?"
it was much easier when we were playing Monster Hunter because I could essentially just boil down to him what type of stat was good for each weapon type.
I mean, to be fair, with
yeah.
I wasn't too bad with Monster Hunter.
You weren't. It was
Because with
still
Monster
just the
Hunter,
fact that
like,
there was less variation that I needed to go into detail with for you.
oh,
Alright, by the way, I want you to know, I just, rather than start share play and risk having my connection become non-existent, I just started up a stream.
or, so is Nioh too good? You enjoy it?
I do.
I mean, I've got a ton of hours and am at the level cap, and I'm still playing it. To reach the level cap within a semi-reasonable amount of time, you have to beat the game 4 times on increasingly difficult settings.
Fuck it, I'm gonna look at how much it is.
It just went up back to its original price, so it's probably going to be a bit pricey.
Yeah, it's $53.
Yeah.
Is it worth getting the DLC?
Oh, it's worth getting the complete edition, not the deluxe edition, because they have there's this big old fucking beautiful edition where it gives you an upgrade to the PlayStation 5 and blah 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 blah.
I don't see myself getting a PlayStation 5 for a while.
So, did you already put up a room?
Says.
Wait. Okay, this doesn't make sense. Does the complete edition give you all the DLC?
Yes.
So why the fuck is the complete edition cheaper than the digital deluxe edition?
I have no idea.
Will I even
For
be
me,
able to
it's
play it? Because it
expensive.
says pre-order.
That's fucking weird, because it says that I can buy it right now on the
For me, it says
PlayStation Store for $64.
Yeah, for me it's $64. Fuck it, I'll buy it. Yeah, it says this product is currently available for pre-order only.
That's strange. I wonder, could you imagine if they actually brought out a final DLC where it fills out the final weapon slot and we get another fucking bunch of abilities and magic spells? Fuck, that would be great. New demons. Maybe a new yokai shift. Oh.
Like, what do you get with the DLC? Like, is it worth getting?
Each DLC comes with like so the first 2 DLCs each come with new weapon types as well as a new level of difficulty in New Game Plus, new side missions, with all new, enemies and all that. And with each increasing level of difficulty in the game, it also increases the level cap and the level cap for equipment and the rarity of equipment you can get.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Yeah. Stream is up, by the way, Rise.
Yeah, no. Just go on my phone. Do a backflip.
Oh. That we can do on a promise. Back it. Spin.
Yeah, apparently I can't get it. Big bro.
The bullshit of it all. Meh. Cartwheels.
I'm gonna warn you right now, whenever we come to these sections, I am absolutely 100% tempted to just aggro everything.
I'll go for
With
it.
the balls to do it.
Well, after this, we're gonna summon this Revenant, and we're gonna fuck it up, because it's got a scroll for me that I need.
How hasn't the fucking owl spotted us yet?
Don't know, don't question it. And he has an Odachi for me, how about that? Die! Weed slash. How did it not see us there?
Oh, it has. It has seen me now.
Yeet. Yeet.
By the way, did Monster Hunter come out with like a new DLC?
No?
I kept seeing something new about Monster Hunter.
Yeah, there's a new Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh.
Its beta is out right now.
Do you have the Switch?
I do not.
Oh, I've been trying to find a reason for someone to play Rise with, but no one has a Switch. I'm quite sad because of all of it.
Only on the Switch?
Yeah.
I believe there were rumors about it possibly coming to PS5?
No, there
Kinda
is
stupid
not.
that it's only
There are
Switch.
no rumors, there are no allegations, there's nothing, and it's only for the Switch. It's really fucking irritating.
I just sold my Switch too.
Wow.
I bought the Switch only for Pokemon Sword, beat it, and then sold it.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people did apparently. Kind of made me
To
really
be fair
sad.
though, I technically got my Switch for free. So
Did you win it?
no, I was working with a program that helped when this whole virus thing started, that was gonna help the unemployed or people who got laid off find new jobs that would help them pay bills.
Oh.
And during it, they gave us a $250 gift card to a specific mall. When I
Oh,
went to that mall, they had this Switch for like $200, and then plus tax, I think I had to pay like a total of $5-10.
wow.
And
Yeah, I
then I
got
sold it
myself a
for
limited edition.
210.
Nice. So you pretty much made your money back either way.
Oh
That's
yeah,
nice. Yeah, I was one of the I'm one of the cheesy fanboys that ended up getting a limited edition. The fuck is it? Smash Bros. So I got like a Smash Bros. Charger and little Smash
I
Bros.
had a friend who was obsessed with Smash Bros.
Dude, and it's so fucking crazy because these Joy-Cons, they don't have any drift, and and I swear to God, I thought I destroyed them at one point because I played Smash for a year, and that was it. And I didn't buy a Pro controller because I still feel like I don't need to. Like, it's kind of crazy how good these fucking controllers are, because everybody's all like, oh, mine broke within like 2 weeks. I'm all like, that's fucking junk.
Like a friend of mine, to this day, he still plays like the original like Smash Brothers that blew up. He plays
Damn.
those ones to this day.
Dude, I got a friend that's still playing Earthbound, like, on his NES. Or whatever.
Jesus.
I know people who still play like the old school Call of Duties, like on the old school system. Which is,
Yeah, because they have some appeal to them.
pardon?
They have some old school appeal to them.
Yeah, but I don't know. To me, I'm a big person on like progressing and being rewarded for that progress. Hence why I don't like playing battle royales. Because like you could win it,
Same.
you win 100
Literally
games,
exactly
you get nothing. You
the
lose
same.
100 games, you get nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, like with Call of Duty, I've always enjoyed it because like I play it a bunch. I get max level. I get all my guns max rank. I get all the camos. Once I get all that stuff, I stop playing the fucking game. So like
Yeah,
people
I
are always like,
understand.
"Oh, remake Black Ops 2." No, make a new game. Make it better than Black Ops 2.
So that's why I like Souls likes and all of that stuff, because I can regain the feeling of progression by just putting the game down for a while, picking it back up in a while, and trying out a whole new type of character I hadn't tried before.
My only issue with playing Souls likes is I also don't like playing by myself because I get bored. I can sit in a party and talk with people and play a game by myself. I'm fine with that. But if they don't play that game, like if they know nothing about that game, I just lose interest. Because then I can't talk to them about the game. If I find something that's really cool or like a really good world weapon, doesn't matter because I can't talk to them about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm guessing you play a lot of For Honor now?
I've been getting back into it. I have a love-hate relationship with For Honor.
I'm sure everybody in the world does, but...
The only reason I always hated it was because I felt like it was so against beginners.
Yeah. No, that's definitely it's definitely an accurate statement.
It felt like if you didn't know what you were doing, delete the game. Like you were never going to learn.
Wait, hold on. 30 seconds. Oh, I've woken the hive.
Okay, Destiny.
God, I haven't played that in a fucking hot minute.
Dude, every time Destiny comes out with a new DLC, everyone's like, "Oh, that it's gotten so much better."
No.
And it's just
And
like,
like a
no.
week later, they're like, "They need to fix this."
It's not even like that it's buggy that's the problem. Everyone, like, it's something that will make people unhappy, obviously, and whenever a game is buggy, it'll make the players unhappy a bit. But it's the fact that the game is designed in a way that its content never lasts long enough for how long it takes to put more out.
It's so frustrating.
Well, it's
Because
like they
I
want to be
love
World of
Destiny. I used to play
Warcraft,
it all
but
the
they're
time.
not. Or they're trying to be Overwatch, and they're not.
Like, it was a looter shooter originally, but for some reason, the comparison to Borderlands made the devs upset, so they wanted to try and make it an MMO, which just, it's not, it's a looter shooter.
God, it's so...
Why didn't they just go back to a Halo route then? Like, not necessarily make it Halo, but keep the looter shooter, but make it the stupid old Halo 3 that we all know and love, you know?
Well, the thing
Oh,
is...
Dissa
with
just
Destiny-
commented, "Fuck you both." What, Dissa? What's wrong?
Oh, if he wants to be
the
in here, I
issue
can
with,
just fucking throw him in here.
Destiny
He doesn't
1
have to
and
be a
2,
bitch. Let's
Their
throw
problem
him
is
in.
that they'll like when they release a DLC, it's great, but it's when they just it's like when that DLC starts to die down, they just don't know what to do.
Yeah, no, that's exactly the problem with Destiny. And what's worse is they recently made a bit of that problem infinitely worse, because they recently did something called sunset, that they call sunsetting, which is
Yeah,
basically, yeah, they basically limited the amount you could upgrade weapons you've earned from previous seasons.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So you're telling me all of my shit that I have sitting in my vault
No,
right
no,
fucking
not
now
everything.
is useless?
Not everything. But
Like,
I'm a
it'll-
veteran season
most
one
what they
player of
made it
Destiny
so
2, so I got a lot of old shit in my vault.
So okay, there was a gun called Mountaintop. It was a grenade launcher. Its main feature was the fact that it didn't shoot in like an arc, which is how grenade launchers usually shot, and it didn't bounce. It would shoot straight and explode on impact. So you didn't in PvP. It was fucking horrifying because people would just jump into the air, shoot at your feet, you're dead.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem with that logic that they somehow applied. Nearly every PvP game mode doesn't factor in power level. So Mountaintop is still just as much of a nightmare
Yeah, I know.
in nearly every game mode.
Well, I was just using it. As
Oh, yeah.
an example.
But
Like, there's other weapons.
And it's like,
the recluse is probably the only thing that's burned into my skull from that fucking game.
That's one
right
of the
now.
ones that got sunsetted.
yeah,
So pretty much what they did is like, you could take it into Crucible.
Also,
it'll still be fine. But
no,
in PvE,
no,
it's useless.
most legendaries got sunset, but no exotics have been. Oh, fucking.
So you
Did
can
they say
still
they're
take
thinking
your
about
Ace of
doing
Spades
exotics,
and
though?
just max it out if you want to.
Another huge issue was, like, a lot of people were saying, okay, well, they're sunsetting weapons, so that way it stops the repetitiveness.
No.
Like, you have to get a new weapon with a new role.
But then they didn't bring out enough weapons to replace the weapons they were sunsetting.
Oh, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about armor now. Because they sunset armor, which does nothing.
What the fuck is wrong with them? It's just
Like, there was literally not a single reason to sunset armor. But for some reason they
great
did.
armor's useless from the Leviathan. Wow.
Oh yeah.
They did make it so that you could make new armors that you get look like old armors. Like it's
Oh, the ornament shit. Yeah, I heard about that, but I'm not about that shit. I like having armor that's my armor, you know, and actually showing that it's my armor.
yeah.
And
Like,
it
I don't
actually
mind
shows
it,
that you
but it's
actually
still
had
just
some
stupid.
fucking progress.
Yeah, but here was my problem. So you know how in a lot of games I like to run stupid setups that are more like novel than good.
Yeah.
My favorite setup for both PvE and
Son.
PvP in Destiny
Son,
2.
help me. Son, I'm dead. Yeah, that was something that apparently happened.
Where is your oh, there it is.
I don't know. This
But,
redneck decided to do a dick thing.
One of my favorite setups for Destiny 2 for both PvP and PvE was running 3 grenade launchers.
Wow. You're one of those guys that ran play of the game and mountaintop and probably what the fuck was that thing called?
Fighting Lion.
Yep. That was probably the middle one, because yeah, the Fighting Lion was kind of disgusting.
Most people still view Fighting Lion as a very meh choice.
It's so
It's because if you can't hit it, then it sucks.
Yeah, and just most people don't bother taking the time to learn it. So here's the thing. I learned how to use Fighting Lion back when it was literal garbage, when it was just factually a bad weapon. And when they started to buff it so that it did actually intimidating levels of damage, I just became ridiculous with it. Like, there was a mission that was released in, like, I'm not sure it was year 2 or year 3 of Destiny 2, called 0 Hour, where it was the mission to get the Outbreak Perfected exotic pulse rifle. And it was timed. You only had 20 minutes to clear the mission. And you had to kill every enemy.
I remember the nightmare of that mission. Oh,
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I would carry with my triple grenade launcher setup. I would do runs for fun.
Wow.
I carried the heroic version, killing the boss with 3 minutes left while neither of my teammates managed to make it to the boss room, and I would be bummed because I know for a fact I could have done a minute faster.
Damn.
I don't like those people who do world record speed runs, because then they finish it and it's like, oh, awesome, you just got this achievement. Yeah, but I could have gone faster.
It's true.
Like, they're just not excited at all.
And
well, when you know,
but here's the thing. I'm fine with that they sunset Mountaintop. You know, it was a bit too strong in both PvP and PvE. I could see why they sunset it for PvE. It was just a ridiculous pick. I am angry that they sunset the not at all special strike exclusive Malicia's Birthright, which went in the same slot as Mountaintop, was objectively worse, but could still get some good rolls going for it, and was the only other legendary kinetic grenade launcher in the game.
Yeah.
And they didn't add a new one with the more recent DLC. So I physically cannot run that setup in PvE anymore.
What I've always said is, I feel like the only weapons that should have been sunsetted were weapons that had like a specific perk that was specific to that weapon. Because that one perk can make a weapon god tier for the rest of the game.
So you're talking about like the pinnacle weapons?
Well, not even that. Like even like raid. I'd say raid weapons too.
I do miss my midnight coup. I'm not gonna lie. That thing was my fucking bitch in PvP and in PvE.
But yeah.
Personally, I don't think sunsetting should have ever happened though.
Oh yeah, no. Generally speaking, the entire every major content creator was like, "Hey, Bungie, this is a bad idea. This thing you're planning on doing, it's only going to make people angry." Like, I'm gonna try and point out the possible good things about it, but if you don't do this right,
we're done, and they pretty much said it. And look at the community now.
Like, I agree with the fact that older weapons need to be put on a down, like they need to be given some downfall to them, so that way you don't just use them for the rest of the game life cycle and you move to new weapons. But sunsetting them, forcing you to stop using them, that's stupid.
Yeah, the transition into Forsaken was a good example of how to do it. That weapons pre-Forsaken had static rolls. Meanwhile, weapons released with Forsaken could have random rolls, making it so that they were potentially better. So, but it was the player's choice to put them down.
Yeah, give all the new weapons preceding new perks that the old ones can't get.
Exactly.
What I feel like they should have done is separated the actual world of Destiny. I know that sounds really fucking weird, but think about it from a new light perspective, because that's a thing now apparently that I still don't believe in. Because Destiny 2 is a free game.
It's
you can
not.
apparently get it to fucking $7.50, and I'm all like, oh, okay, so that means you can run around and see people that are like 1,000 to fucking whatever, and they're like, no. And I'm all like, okay, but you could see them in Crucible. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Not really, because the light level doesn't matter.
Yeah, until you start talking about that little thing that comes around once a week, and what is it called?
I thought they took Trial Run.
Iron Banner is more of a once-a-month thing. You're thinking of Trials of Osiris.
Oh. Still, that also counts with light levels, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, Trials and Iron Banner count for light level. But the difference is, those are more the competitive modes.
Yeah, but that means that a new light player couldn't even remotely think about doing it because they're too low of a light level. Or power level, or whatever the fuck they want to call it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've never seen an issue with the light level in those aspects. Because think about it like this. Think about if someone was like a 750 brand new player and light level was disabled in Trials. And they get the weapon that you're grinding your ass off. Like, that they've just started the game and they've now done, like, you've worked your ass off just to get a weapon that they just got.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, a big problem with Destiny 1's Crucible was you would, like, the game would finish and the people who did, like, the best would get jack shit. Meanwhile, the person who has,
dude,
like,
the number of lobbies
would get
I was
Monte
in.
Carlo.
Dude, I was in lobbies where the dude at the bottom of the leaderboard, who was AFK for half of it and fed the team the other half, would get Galahorn. Like, I was in those matches.
Like, they're trying to reward you for putting in the
Yeah,
time.
in Destiny 1, it was completely
I would have lost my mind, bro. I'm serious, and I know what you're talking about. I've seen people get fucking Xylo supercells and fucking... Oh my god.
Oh no, you want to hear some shit? So, we're doing, me and my friend Gorilla Sniper and my other friend Rogue Legacy, we were doing a Nightfall in Destiny 1. Gorilla went AFK for the entire thing. He never came back. I didn't do shit because I was garbage, so I just kept dying over and over again. Rogue carried us. I got the Icebreaker. Gorilla, guy who literally had no kills, got Galahorn, and Rogue Legacy got the No Land Beyond when it was completely useless.
Are you fucking? Wow,
he deleted the game after that. He never played it again.
He
was like, "No, I'm done."
Yep, I would have completely. I would have said, "Fuck that. That's some bullshit." I carried you both, and Icebreaker and Galahorn, and he got a No Land Beyond. I would have. Yep, I would have.
And keep in mind, he didn't have Galahorn or Icebreaker at the time.
Yep, I still would have never. Yep, that's exactly why. Yep, we just fucking deleted and said, "Yeet, fuck this game into the trash. Bye bye."
Boy, I felt so bad for him.
I would have felt bad too, but god damn, the pain, the raw agony.
Dude, like, but yeah, I'm just mad. Like, I wouldn't have liked sunsetting, but I would have been able to move past it if they brought out enough new weapons to replace the weapons that they sunset. If I had that new loot to grind for. But there was, for my favorite setup, which was 3 grenade launchers, as stupid of a setup as it was, it worked for me, I had fun with it. They physically did not include the type of weapon I would need to recreate that setup.
Like, I think another way they could have done it where it would have still been fine, it still would have been stupid, but it would have worked better at least, is if they made it to where, like, let's say they sunset everything, but you can go back and re-earn them.
Like updated versions.
Version. Yeah, like, I think that would have been fine.
Oh yeah.
So kind of like how the menagerie worked.
Yeah. Just another version of how the menagerie worked. I would have been totally fine with that. You know, I got a god roll of Malicious Birthright, but I would have been perfectly fine with needing to grind for a new one. But no, it's just Malicious Birthright is just sunset. I can no longer I can't even get a new version of it, let alone get one that can be upgraded.
Or actually, you know what another way it would have worked? If they said, okay, like, forget sunsetting, but what they were gonna do is, if you want to upgrade these to a higher light, they don't drop at a higher light, they drop at a cap light. The only way to get them to a higher light is to infuse a higher light thing into it, but it's a lot harder to do.
Like it costs more glitter, maybe a little bit of
like it costs like a rare material. Or
like
like
ascendant shards or something.
Yeah.
I'd have been okay with that. I would have been okay with that.
Agreed.
Or like if, like, let's say you have like I don't know what the light cap is, but let's say like 750 was the cap for these ones, and then you had like a weapon that was light level 1000. You infuse it into that, it only takes it up to like 800. Like, it barely raises it, but it still does. Like, make it harder to keep it.
But
going.
Not impossible.
Yeah. Because that way it's like, okay, now you're giving people a reason to go for these new weapons.
And
but
yeah, a reason to grind.
What I think is stupid with what they're doing is the way they're doing their missions, like how they're setting.
Oh yeah, another thing that I lost my mind about, that not nearly as many people complained about, is so the thing that I understood was, you know, temporarily doing away with certain locations for the sake of being able to update them and add new content, while also reducing the storage space the game takes up and making room for new content right now. I totally got that.
Idea ever.
Yeah, it's still a stupid idea, but I still understood it. But the thing I didn't get is, for the locations that didn't get temporarily removed, they still removed content from those locations. Like, what the fuck? Why would you remove the 0 Hour quest when you haven't removed Earth, which is where the 0 Hour quest takes place?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Wow, that's not even logic, that's just dumb. Holy fuck.
You know map I think they could have easily removed? Nessus.
Yes, I completely
yes,
100%
there are raids that take
agree.
place in the Nessus orbit, but you don't need Nessus.
Just the Leviathan.
No, you have Leviathan, Spire, Stars, and Eater of Worlds.
You have Leviathan, Diet Leviathan, and Leviathan Zero.
God, I really haven't played Destiny in a while then. Jesus. Oh god, what the fuck?
I'm gonna be honest, I still like Nessus, but that's just because I like failsafe.
The only reason I like Failsafe is because it kind of reminds me of Cade.
Yeah,
I
that
think
same
that's why it
sardonic
fails.
humor, I can kind of see it.
By the way, what fucking weapon are you? Claws.
Yeah, they're technically fisticuffs, but there are two categories. There's fists, and then there's fisticuffs, and then there are claws.
Oh, that's three.
So he
Yeah.
has claws. I have fists.
So basically, fist weapons do a little less health damage than claws, but they do more like stagger damage than
Yeah,
claws.
it's like the tone fuzz. Like the
Uh,
tone fuzz aren't great for health damage, but they reduce the enemy's stamina massively.
yeah, yeah.
I remember the only weapon I saw in Nioh 2 that I was like, I really want this game was the switch scythe or switch blade.
Yes.
Oh, do you want to see me use that for a bit? Hold on.
Sure.
Where's mine? Where is somewhere
Yeah, I would
around
buy
here?
this game, but I can't afford it right now.
Hold on.
The big gay.
Oh, you're gonna have to give me a second. Where is my switchglaive? Man, how far down here is it? How long has it been since I used it? Jeez, that's no. Is that
One
is
thing
not
that I
mine.
didn't
Where
like
is it?
about Nioh 1 was just the fact that there were really no special weapons. If that makes any sense. Like, son, you know how in Dark Souls and Bloodborne, every weapon is unique in its own way?
Yeah.
Like, sure, they may be classified under the same type of weapon, but they're still a different weapon altogether. That was the one thing I didn't like about Nioh, was it wasn't like that. There was a category of weapons, and then they all just had a different look.
Alright, where the hell do we need to go to actually? This castle's layout is always fucking confusing.
Understandable.
Give me a minute.
Can you help me with demon scrolls by any chance? Or is that like shit that I gotta do by myself?
Nope, can totally help you with it. It's just that you need to set up when you're setting up the like expedition lobby, you need to set it so that it is specifically going to do scroll missions.
Oh. I am apparently lost as to how to get to you. Stairs. Oh, there we go. Oh, fuck.
I opened a
Yep.
door near another set of stairs to make it a little bit easier.
What are those tornado things?
So, you know how in Nioh 1 you had,
Living weapon?
yeah, in Nioh 2 you have Yokai Shift and you also have Soul Cores, which basically allow you to use, Soul Cores are literally like the souls of Yokai you've beaten. And using them allows you, so you'll notice I have like health, stamina, and then a purple meter. A purple meter is called Anima, and using that lets me use Soul Core attacks, which are one of the yokai that the Soul Core is from's attacks. And those tornadoes are from a Soul Core, edgily named Nightmare Bringer.
Jesus.
Edgily named.
But his name is pretty appropriate since he can inflict all elemental debuffs and is immune to all elemental debuffs. He also wields 3 big fuck-off swords, and...
What's the purple bar under your weapon?
So my weapon is weapons that that have the purple bar are yokai weapons. Think of them as like devil arms from Devil May Cry. They
Okay.
are the yokai changed into weapon form.
Okay.
When that bar fills up for however long it turns purple, and however long it remains purple for, the weapon gets a damage buff, a buff to how quickly it inflicts the corruption debuff, and also the first few times you do it with a given weapon, the yokai talks to you.
Jeez. Man, I want this game now.
I know. I said the same thing when I
I'm
started
literally
playing.
like $5 away from being able to afford the regular edition.
Damn.
Not even, dog. It's like $53. I have like $52 that I could spend right now.
Stop spitting web at me, you assholes!
It's so funny because he says that, but on the stream he's not there yet. Like, you guys hadn't even jumped down yet when he said that. So he was just saying that, staring at beer. I was like, hold up, what's beer doing?
God, that scythe looks so fucking beastly.
So
You wanna know
you need to become a famous streamer.
the same boss that actually drops this scythe also drops this move for it.
I want that move way too badly. That move literally makes me want to make a magic build. Just seeing that move makes me want to convert to a full magic build.
By the way, the move that he was talking about just happened on stream. That's how delayed it is.
I believe that, but still, you understand
How could you
weedy
fall for that, son?
What do you mean? It did 0 damage, it just staggered me.
I know, but you could have just whistled at it.
Yeah, but I'm lazy.
These are true things. I love my meat-cleaving sword.
Son, how long did it take you to download
Probably about 2-3 hours. It's a pretty big game. You want a meat shield, or we just got plow through this fucker?
Hold on. Let me first, really quickly. So, one thing about... Oh, wait, do I not have... What's the... I do not have a... Oh, that's right, because Switchglaive comes with a base scaling stat that works for this build. So, I remodeled the Switchglaive to actually scale mostly with Constitution. So this isn't even really a magic build.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're at that part of endgame where you can make weapons do weird fucking shit. Oh, one of my favorite fights. I love fighting this dude. Oh, he's so fucking tanky in this difficulty. Jesus.
I like
probably-
how Heartless Disso said fuck you both and then just never joined the party.
He's probably working out now. Or
I
eating.
know, I'm pretty sure you added him.
I did, but he likes to do shit like that to me. Damn, he's corrupted. And he's got sloth on him.
So, Here's one of the nuts things about one of the accessories that I actually have. The accessories I have have an effect on them where all magic I cast, it builds up the sloth effect on whatever it damages.
Jesus.
So these, the water familiar talisman going around me right now, that's constantly adding ticks of sloth.
Yeah, sloth is fucking OP.
Yes.
Like, sloth is just not fair. The best part is, can't even see your character. Like, all I'm seeing is flashes of light.
Damn.
It doesn't help that I have the game set to display literally every, like, statistic that happens. Like, when I get healed, when I take damage, when they take damage, when they get healed.
Why though?
Because I like
the damage
the...
one I understand, but why the healing one?
That's just because I haven't set it not to show that. And to be honest, I don't really care how much damage I'm taking if I'm not dead.
So do you think you're gonna be playing a lot of, like, For Honor?
Probably.
Alright, look at how much it is.
He's like, I'll get into that, I guess.
Well, because I know the games I play, he doesn't play. Like, I don't mind For Honor, it's just the fact that the people I used to play it with were all, like, very high ranks. So every match we'd go into, I was versing competitive sweats who would just destroy me every time.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Alright, it is now set just to display the damage I am inflicting.
Oh, it's only For Honor is only $10.
Hold
You don't
on.
Yeah,
need the DLC for Honor, do you?
Ubisoft is aware of how garbage their game is, so they were just like, ah.
You do not need the DLC for For Honor.
Yeah, the DLC just gives you characters, doesn't it?
Yes.
And to be
Yeah.
honest, I only play like 2 DLC characters.
I like to try all of them.
Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, you can
eventually.
try them in like the training room without even buying them.
Yeah. What I typically do is I'll try them on, or I'll try them on the training area, and then if I like it, I'll save up for it.
Yeah, and you can buy the DLC characters like with the in-game currency.
Yeah, I know that. I think I have all of the characters from when I last played.
So, did you see the video that I made though called I have a very For Honor and I have a toxic relationship.
I didn't watch it.
Okay.
I saw it pop up. Aren't they such a great supporter?
You literally tune in into my streams to tell me to go fuck myself then leave.
He's such a great support, though, because then you wouldn't know if the stream was real or not, you know?
Exactly. To be fair, it's because I'll join in, I'll say something, and he won't reply to it, so I'm just like, okay. And I'll
Only
just
on the
leave.
streams where I'm expecting my friends to act, like some of my more polite friends to actually show up. So that happened on like one stream.
There was a stream where I was typing some stuff, and he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna delete these comments before my friends join. Or no, he was like, I'm gonna spam the chat so they don't see that.
To be fair, you were like immediately putting stuff in. Like I think one of the comments was like a Holocaust reference.
Oh yeah, it definitely was.
You called my weapon the Orphanator 9000. No, the sister fister. You called it the sister fister.
I don't even remember what you were playing.
That's so beautiful.
Oh no, you were playing I think Last Hope with someone. I don't know.
Look at him running around with his weed weapons.
Why do I have Horizon Zero Dawn downloaded? What?
Because
I don't
that
play
game
that
is
thing.
fucking amazing.
Yeah, but I've already beaten it.
Well, you need to beat it again apparently, because the Forbidden West is coming for you.
I'm trying to download For Honor and it said I didn't have enough space.
It's such a small game. Do you just have a normal PlayStation 4?
No, I have 1 terabyte, I just don't delete shit.
I have a normal PS4.
Ouch.
Like, let's see, I got Call of Duty Cold War, Dark Souls 3, DayZ, Diablo 3, Devil May Cry 5, Dead by Daylight, Fallout Shelter, Friday the 13th, Gang Beasts, Genshin Impact, GTA.
By the way, I
5.
also re-downloaded Dead by Daylight, and I've just been playing my good old favorite killer, the Trapper.
I downloaded it to play with the group I was in. We played it like for 2 days and then just stopped playing it. I enjoyed it, but I didn't play killer. All I did was play Survivor.
Did you guys play like public matches or private matches?
Yeah, public.
Well, if they ever unfuck themselves, and you guys feel like playing, you know, survivors and killer in like private match or whatever, because honestly, I genuinely think private matches when you have a full group is some of the most fun in Dead by Daylight.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because it's just you get to hear what's going on the other side.
The guy that got me to download it, he played Dead by Daylight a lot. He was actually really good at it. So when we were playing, we were getting killers who just didn't really know what the fuck they were doing. And the entire time, he would just run them around in circles while they chase him, and they couldn't get him. And whenever they would give up on him and go for someone else, the second they would put us on the hook, he would just come, fuck with them, get us off the hook, and he had some perk where it would give us like an immunity for a little bit after getting taken off a hook.
Borrowed time. It's not immunity. Yeah. It makes it so that you can take a hit for the next few seconds. And that only really works if he's like right there when you get unhooked. Like if the killer is right there when you get unhooked.
Yeah, like he would just fuck with the killer the entire time.
See, so here's the thing. I expect to go against people like that who are playing with their friends that aren't really that good, but they themselves, you know, are. And I like to play Trapper, and I like to put my bear traps in asshole spots. Designed so that they will never catch a new player. No, they will only catch experienced players.
Well, that's the thing. He plays against a lot of trappers, because we had a trapper doing that too.
Neat.
The trapper was like he was a PC player, who he said that the guy actually wasn't that bad, and that it was a bit difficult to kind of train him around. But the trapper kept putting these traps in weird fucking areas where all of us, we would see them and be like, why the fuck is that there? That's so blatant. But then he would be like, oh, you little bastard, you're putting them there. So we were just so confused on why he was complaining about it. We were like, they're in shit spots. You go shut the fuck up.
The reason they're there is so that it's basically so that the trapper can force people into it mid-chase.
Oh, the best. You know how there's an audio cue whenever whenever a skill check's about to pop up?
Yeah.
Me and him were doing a generator, and this was like my 4th game playing now. Me and him were working on the same generator, and I fucked up 4 skill checks in a row. And he was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, like one pops up, I failed it, and I'm like, okay, well I go to scratch my nose, and then another popped up, and I'm not quick enough. He goes, there's an audio cue. What audio cue? He goes, there's a ding. And I'm listening, and every time I'm just like, I'm not hearing a ding. So he sends me a recording of the ding, and I'm like, I thought that was just part of background music. I was like, I've been hearing that ding this whole time. I thought that was just background music.
Wow, bro. You poor soul.
Oh, it was fucking hilarious. There was one point where he was just following the killer. Like, the killer just didn't know that he was behind him, and he was just following him around the entire time. He was playing the killer was like the character that places these weird sigils down.
Hag.
Yeah, Hag. Like, she'd start placing a sigil, and he would just crouch, and just keep following her.
So here's the thing. Even though I won't play Dead by Daylight for like months on end, there's one YouTuber that I love to watch play it named Not Otstarva. And I love watching him because he loves making unconventional things work for him in that game, which, you know, 3 grenade launcher man, that's literally my shtick, is unconventional shit. So I love watching his stuff, so I'm always still like on top of new shit that's added to the game and new perks.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't mind the game. It was just, like, my whole thing is I like being the killer, but I never had enough people who played it to have a full private match for it. So I would always have to play Survivor. I've never even played killer. I just always thought being the killer sounded fun.
Yeah. I am going to use my Smashy Smash for a bit.
Smashy smash. Smash. Aw.
Fuck you, game.
Fell into the water.
I was
Okay,
absolutely
that's
still on the bridge.
It's all good. I remember failing a mission because me and Heartless and Fallout kept falling off the sides.
Okay, dude, a Heartless falls off every bridge in the game.
It's true. He really does.
How?
It's fucking hilarious. I don't know how, but he really does.
Son, didn't we meet Heartless and Beer from Merche on Monster Hunter?
Yes.
No. We met them from Cupcake.
Well, I met you guys through Heartless, so.
I'm pretty sure it was through Merche. But I don't think Cupcake knew them.
I met
Whatever
Merche
happened to
through
Merche?
Cupcake.
No. I met Merche through the community.
He's like, I met Merche through the grapevine.
Where is Merche? Like, what happened to him?
Playing Black Desert Online.
Yeah, I remember, like, he was asking about what game to play, and he wanted a game like that. So I recommended Black Desert to him, and I never saw him play anything else afterwards.
Yeah, he lost his life to that game after he found out that it had a little bit of a pay-to-win thing to it. He was like, okay, I'm gonna sink $20 into it every month, and I was like, what? And he's like, yeah. And he's never came back since.
I'm gonna be right back. I need to take a piss.
Yep, go for it. I can wait.
I wanted to get back into Black Desert, but I got... So, when I originally played Monster Hunter with you guys, I played sitting on my my bed, on my mattress, looking up at my flat screen TV on the wall.
Oh.
Now I got a monitor, or like I got like a 24-inch TV, and I have an actual chair to sit on. So now I play sitting at my desk. The problem with this TV is, you know what screen bounds are, right?
No. my brain
like,
is...
you know, whenever you load up a game, it asks you to set the safe zone.
Oh yes.
Yeah, mines don't line up.
Oh.
So parts, like, I have the PlayStation safe zone to the smallest it can be, and I set every game to the smallest it can be. But for some reason, Black Desert and almost every game, even YouTube, there's always a bunch of it that's cut off. So when it came to Black Desert, like, descriptions of moves were cut off. Buttons that I had to press were cut off, so I couldn't see what I was doing. I've tried everything to fix it, and I can't.
Wow. Well, that's gay.
Yep.
And it's just kind of stuck like that?
Yeah. It's...
Damn.
So, like, you know with a TV, how you can select, like, a screen size? Like, they have normal, wide, theater, stuff like that?
Yep.
Mine is on the smallest possible, which is just normal. But it still doesn't fit.
Wow.
Alright, I'm back.
So I think I need a brand new monitor, but because of COVID, I don't have a job. So, big broke.
Yeah, that's everybody.
I'll be back. I just gotta run to the store for my mom, which is just across the street.
Alright.
So...
So... Ow, that really fucking hurt.
Oh yeah, Onudo hit really hard.
Nice one. This shit's like a fucking truck.
I love how I just said they hit hard. I get full-on bull charged by one, and I take 0 damage from it because nullify damage yokai shift.
Yep. Oh. Whoops. Lightning cannon? Okay. I guess this game's gonna get really weird. The fuck? Moonblade? Huh.
Wow.
It likes your sumo position.
There's a rat in the bath.
There was. There's a snake in my boot. Apparently she didn't like it when you tried shooting at the kid.
I didn't shoot at the kid, I shot at a skeleton that had a cannon. Now I shot at the kid.
Ow.
Okay. There is too many of you doing things. Stop it. Stop it now.
Oh, I didn't even notice I went into my ability. Jesus.
I told him to stop.
He didn't listen. God, I love that move. Oh, I like fighting this guy too.
Where the hell did he... Oh, I didn't even see where he went.
Yes, because Birdman don't need to know where he's going.
He somehow
Jesus.
grabbed me through that.
That was crazy. Nice. Ow. Cocksucker. Whoa, that is some fucking guardian spirit.
Where the fuck did you... Asshole.
I agree. Damn. Oh. No one's grabbed me here. Shit. Shit, I thought he grabbed you there. Damn. Yeah, thanks for the key, weirdo.
Big knife.
That is exactly what you have. Two giant knives.
Shibata. Give me stuff. No stuff? Are you gonna give me stuff? No, you're not gonna give me stuff. Okay, fuck you then. This asshole. You know what I think is funny? Took a yokai weapon and made it look like a different yokai weapon because I prefer the look of the other yokai's weapon.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Like, I'm literally going, you can do things good for me, but I hate how you look.
That's nice.
Stop dodging. If you don't stop, I'm gonna start pulling some bullshit on you.
All purified the bitch, so...
Alright, you know what?
I'm back. You miss me?
Hey.
Wow. Cocksucker.
I just like how you went, meh. So when are you going to become a famous streamer?
When the fame part takes off.
Sounds like it could be any day now. Isn't that right?
Dog, just become famous. Simple. By the way, if you hear that shaking, that's my G Fuel cup.
This is a real gamer, you know, guys.
Sponsored.
That's all about that sponsor thing.
G Fuel and ghost pepper mac and cheese.
I saw one, like, small streamer that legitimately names his character on every game he plays, Sponsor Me Bad Dragon.
Why is that a dildo company, and why does it exist?
You want to hear a story? Son?
No.
About Bad Dragon?
It's not story time.
Story time.
It's not story time.
And for once, it's not my actual story. So, in that group I was in, there was a guy named Death. Not me, different guy. Pretty much, he was talking to
Don't
this
take the grapple, don't
chick.
take the grapple, don't take the grapple.
He was talking to this chick. I don't know where she lived, but they didn't live anywhere near each other. He ended up buying and sending her a fucking Bad Dragon dildo just so he could get videos of her using it.
What is wrong with fucking... No, what is wrong with boys in
And
particular?
keep in mind, he didn't even, like, he barely knew her. He knew her for like half a day.
And he was just gonna send her a bad dragon, and it was
No,
gonna be
he
all
did.
cool. Oh. Oh.
This isn't
Well, that's just
he was
creepy.
about to. No, he did.
Oh,
The funniest part, he never even got the videos.
Nope. She probably got it in the mail, and she was so appalled that she didn't know what to do about it.
No, she got it, and then she said, well, I never promised I would send videos.
It just hurts my brain to think that a woman would use that on herself and then say, oh, pushing out a child's hard. You know?
I'm gonna use this thing the width of 3 babies.
You
one
the
thing I'm
best
I'm
part?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm slightly salty about is the fact that Heartless Dissa tuned into this stream to say fuck you both, but didn't tune into my 2-hour stream where I cleared 50 floors of the underworld. Fuck you, Dissa.
So explain to me what the underworld is.
Basically endgame dungeon with 108 floors and then 10 extra difficult randomized floors
What
after
do you get from
those.
it?
Literally everything. You can get everything from this dungeon.
So it's actually worth doing.
Yes. You also get so with each level of difficulty upgrade, there is a new type of equipment you can get called Demon Scrolls, which is equipment that is tied to a mission. So on stream right now, I'm highlighting mine, and this is a Scroll of the Damned, which only drops in the 10 randomized levels at the bottom of the underworld. You have to have cleared all 108 floors in order to even gain access to these. Dissa is, I believe, on floor like 20-something, maybe low 30-something. And on stream, I cleared the first 50 floors in 2 hours. And no one watched it!
Should have told me, I would have watched it.
Alright, so what is next on the agenda? What is next on the mission stuffity stuff?
We're still in dawn, and we're going here.
I'm quickly just gonna check and see if I have soul core yet that is worth infusing into my fists. Ooh, attack during yokai shift, or... Nah, I don't purify enemies, so... But attack during yokai shift wouldn't be a bad one for these.
Why is there a countdown?
That is the countdown till the mission automatically starts since you readied up.
Oh.
Hey Eddie, how you doing, buddy?
Oh.
Happy Halloween, Eddie.
One of those revenants must have dropped some gear for me that I need.
But yeah. If at any point you see a scroll of the demon that you like the starting stats of, and you're like, yeah, can we do this real quick? I'll be totally down for that.
Okay.
I've got 3 of them, I think.
3 that you're really interested in the stats they offer, or just 3 in general?
Oh, you mean just re-rolling them? No, I just literally got them. I have no idea what they have on them for stats.
So you can still take a look at them even if you can't equip them yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you'll be able to see the intrinsic ones that they'll always have, and the ones that are in question mark are the ones where the stats are in question marks are the stats you can re-roll.
Damage. Strong attack damage.
So
I think there's one I would want to do, and it's just active, it's just active skill damage. It's literally it.
here's an example of how good Scrolls of the Damned can get. The Scroll of the Damned that I have, and I'm just going to tell the 2 perks that it starts with: Ultimate Courage and Ultimate Constitution. Basically, if you have these stats at 150, each one of them creates an effect. Ultimate Courage reduces ki consumption when attacking, and greatly weakens the effects of status ailments that slow down your ki recovery. Ultimate Constitution allows your health to rapidly replenish itself when you are at 70% or higher.
Wait, what the fuck is the max stat level?
200.
Oh, because in Nioh 1 it was just 99.
It was 99 initially for this as well, but then with the DLCs, the stat cap increased to 200.
Son, you should buy me this game.
Nah.
Why? You got that rich streamer income.
I literally don't have ads on my videos.
Ouch.
You should start streaming on Twitch. Honestly, it'd probably be better.
See, I think
What are you
about that,
streaming on,
but
bud?
I hate Twitch.
Why? I mean, I'm sure I can guess why.
Alright, so two specific examples, I guess. A woman, a mother, stepped off screen briefly to help her husband with something, and their young daughter showed up on screen for like 20 seconds, and that violated Twitch guidelines, and her account got banned indefinitely. Another streamer, quote-unquote, thought she was streaming to her OnlyFans, which is like a blatant lie, and full-on spread her butt cheeks, showing off everything. 3 days. 3-day suspension.
Yeah. Yeah, what's your point?
Then there's the whole thing with Alinity on footage, literally giving vodka to her cat. That doesn't count as animal abuse. Twitch, when Ninja signed the contract going over to Mixer for a while, Twitch decided, hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna promote other streamers on your channel without your consent or even telling you, and we're not even gonna monitor what those streams are. So when one of them is literally just streaming porn for multiple hours.
What?
Yeah,
Like porn?
like
actual...
porn, yes.
Wow.
And it happened for multiple hours, and it was the #1 thing that they connected to Ninja's channel by accident. And it's like, you don't have to like Ninja at all, but he built his content to be family friendly, to be able for kids to watch. So, kid goes to his Twitch channel, and the #1 thing promoted onto it without his consent is porn. He literally I think there was rumors that he was taking Twitch to court over defamation, but I don't know whatever became of that.
Yeah, I don't think you would have won that, though.
You'd think that they would just pay him off, right? You'd think they'd just throw him a shit ton of money and say, hey, we're gonna use your platform for whatever the fuck we want because you writ on a contract. I don't care. You know? Because there's a point where you just stop caring, you know? Unless if you're gonna take it seriously and, you know, that it's just a game isn't just a game anymore. No.
Dude, I would love to see an advertisement for Ninja, like, explaining who he is as a streamer. He just goes, my stream is very family friendly. Next clip, fuck did you say to me, little shit?
Kid? Yes, that's the only thing
That'd be
you should
fucking
be known
amazing.
for.
Then it just cuts back to him and he's like, so yeah, family friendly.
Dude,
I
Back to
fucking
all the
hate
monetizations
those
of
stupid
porn.
fucking wheelhead things. I hate them. They're my most hated enemy.
I want you to know, it is the existence of this type of enemy that led to me wanting to focus on building tanky setups that can survive God.
Literally, out of every enemy I've fought so far in Nioh 1, that is my most hated enemy. That and the fucking, like, slime blobs.
Yep.
But,
Yeah, there's a Revenant in Nioh 1 that I fucking love. You summon the Revenant, and he dashes into fire and kills himself. And then he'll drop shit that's in the fire.
How much damage do I take from standing in fire?
Not enough.
Yep. Give me a second.
Yeah, like, that's just me standing in fire.
I know. I have to run through the fire because it kills me very quickly. Hey son, there's another wheel. It just flew at me. Ah, my god!
Oh, your grave is
It
right
mowed
here.
me down. I did not give consent. Right.
But, yeah, like, I don't like Ninja, I think he's annoying, but at the same time, you don't just do that to his platform because he signed a deal with another streaming service. And it was like, they tried to claim that it was a test thing they were doing with, you know, popular streamers, but they only did it with his. They only promoted other streams on his channel.
But realistically, if the only thing that was making your channel or your streaming platform popular left, what would you do? Like, realistically, what would you do? Would you go out and find the next big hit, or would you try to ruin his channel to make sure that when he came back, he had nothing? Like, I understand the way people think, but at the same time, people could be really fucking scummy nowadays, and
Oh yeah,
seeing
100%.
someone grow that quickly, don't you think someone in the background got really fucking jealous?
Oh, I could absolutely see that.
Like, it's just me being human here. I'm not trying to point fingers.
Oh yeah, you're not justifying it. You're just saying, you're just saying that you understand that people suck.
100%, but at the same time,
suck.
if you're gonna be a prick,
You
make it
100%
public.
suck. Shut the fuck up.
I am fucking perfection.
I would believe that. You sound like silky smooth gold,
I
aligned
am.
with platinum.
Dog, no, diamond.
See, now he's giving himself too much credit.
I too am incredibly humble.
I too am incredibly humble with the things that I have up my ass, you know?
I am humble. It's not bragging if it's true.
Eddie just puts in the comments of my stream. So what I'm seeing is I need to go watch Ninja's channel.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's much
That
better.
is 100% true. Leaves. The only bot that was in his channel has left. Not trying to be like that, but still, it happens all the time. You know, you realize you're just sitting there with one person, and then it fucking leaves, and you're like, oh.
Honestly, there was a small clip I saw where it was like Ninja being really fucking anxious while playing with basically I Do Work and I think Puffer or someone else. And the clip was like, it was just... I'm not sure if it was just after the skin of Ninja was in Fortnite or when they were just talking about the possibility of it. But it was like, you know... they were saying like they might, Marcel and Puffer were saying like they might get a ninja skin if it showed up, and then they were just like, well, what about Marcel? Would you get a skin of Marcel's like avatar if it was put in the game? And then everyone was just like 100%, 100%, and they're just like, do you guys like me?
You know who Dahi Denogla is, right?
What?
So, you know who Dahi Denogla is?
Fucking Nogla's a piece of shit. I praise him for everything he does, but God, is he an asshole?
So, you know who he is, right?
Yeah.
So, there was a video that Wildcat uploaded. This was back when the Van Oscar was playing some Minecraft. and Nogla admits that he's a triplet. So he has two other brothers.
Twins. Identical twins.
Yeah. So he has two other identical twins. Well, they're telling the story about how one day they were playing, or they had to do a sponsorship video. So they were sponsored for a game. They didn't say what video it was, but they were playing. And when Nogla joins the call, he sounds different. Like his mic was a bit messed up, and they spent like 30 minutes trying to get it fixed. Turns out they spent that entire day playing with Nogla's brother because Nogla didn't want to play that game. And they had no clue because none of them even knew he had twin brothers.
That's fantastic. Oh my god.
And then Marcel points out the fact that Nogla missed his sister's wedding to play Fortnite with Ninja.
Oh, fuck. How do you... Oh, bro.
Like, yo, just imagine one day you're playing with Sun, and he sounds a bit different. And then like a year later he goes, "Oh yeah, that was my twin brother."
I wouldn't have believed him unless I've seen pictures in a video. I'm dead ass serious. Like when people say weird shit like that to a person, there's either one of two things that happens. You either think they're completely lying to you, or you just have to believe them because it's too crazy not to be true.
Yeah, like they were like, we've known you for how many years that we didn't even know this about you, and he's like, you didn't need to know.
Didn't need to know.
That is exactly how Nogla would say that. So.
Yeah, it's true. Well, you didn't need to know. Yeah, I feel that. I feel his attitude and everything. God, his poor girlfriend must be just so fucking screwed. Just all of a sudden the brother comes over. It's like, baby, they all turn around. She's like,
what do you mean? She can get she can get penetrated from every hole by the same face.
But are they all the same length?
Did you hear him in what video where he yelled at her about when they were playing Uno?
I remember that. That shit was fucking hilarious.
You mean when he was like yelling about his Starbucks order, or what?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Or no, not even about that. That's not what he was yelling about, but I think it is in the same video. Pretty much he started drawing, he asked his girl to get him something, and then, he started drawing cards, and he was drawing a bunch of them. Can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Because the stream keys lagging, so I'm not sure if my mic's cutting out or not.
Oh, you're good. We can hear you.
But pretty much he starts drawing a bunch of cards, and then he yells at her, and she's like, "What?" He goes, "I asked you to do something. I started drawing a bunch of cards. I think this was directly related."
Oh my god, I remember that stupid shit.
Was, like, are you talking about when she was being all like submissive and shit, and she kind of like really wanted him to like fuck her right then and there? You could totally feel the vibe change.
No,
this he asked her to like make some coffee or something.
And then as soon as he asked her to do it, he started drawing a bunch of cards, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, stop doing whatever you're doing." And she's just like, "Why? The moment I told you to do something, I started drawing cards. So I wanted you to stop so that it would stop." And then she's just like, I'm gonna
smack you.
Yeah. Yeah.
The best part is you're like, "Oh, Nogla's an asshole." Oh, I'm sorry. Have you not seen Vanoss in Minecraft?
Oh my god, Vanoss is fucking
beast.
Vanoss's doomsday videos.
Oh yeah.
Brian gave him admin powers one time, and immediately he made a stash of thousands of dynamite.
So Eddie, now what we're telling you is to go watch Vanoss.
So did you guys know that H.O. Delirious has a child?
Yeah.
Wait,
I learned it from a Among Us video.
Yeah, yeah.
Do
you,
if that girl actually gave birth from one of his semen?
Yes.
You know how they've been doing a
Liz
lot of
Cats?
Among Us proximity chat? Beer.
Say. No,
Beer.
I did not know.
Oh. Beer takes forever to respond.
Sorry.
Well,
I'm
pretty much
Canadian.
in the Among Us proximity chat mod, it glitched out and Nogla was able to hear people talking even though they weren't near him. So Delirious was the imposter, and they all knew he was imposter because Nogla said like I could hear everyone, and he was saying it to his stream. So they all grouped up and started hiding from Delirious, and Delirious was running around like with no one else running around while they all hid. And he was talking about giving his kid a bath.
Whoa.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
One thing that I think is crazy is that we still don't know what Delirious's face looks like, despite the fact that we know what his girlfriend's face looks like.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What do you mean? There have been video. What? What do you mean?
Nope.
Those clips
I'd
are.
say it's never been confirmed to be him.
Yeah.
Those clips are. So what do you mean? So that's not him in those clips of Uno.
No. There's no face reveal of him yet. So
But like the
says,
ones
like, oh, that video is me. We can't say for sure that's him. Because people can mimic other people's voice. It's not hard.
a huge number of his fans did, quote unquote reveal clips while lip syncing to him saying stuff. And it's and he made like a compilation
I
of
swear to
them.
God, there's a fucking video on his actual channel of him. It's like a video of him. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's like an actual video of him.
He has never uploaded a video showing his face.
Like even in the fucking vlog where his that he and his girlfriend made 2 weeks before she gave birth, he angles the camera away from his face the entire time.
Who the fuck is this then? Okay,
You know who I want to see?
So go into his. So it's the couples Uno with my fiance. Who the fuck is that guy then in the video?
I'll take a
'Cause
look,
he-
but as far as I know, his face has never been shown.
You said couples Uno?
Couples Uno with my fiance versus.
What's the channel name? Because I looked it up and it showed me a bunch of no-good videos.
H2O Delirious.
That's his vlog channel?
Well, no, that's just like his YouTube
Where
channel.
find this? Jesus fuck! Can I share this? Uh-oh. Why can't you share shit on PlayStation anymore?
Who the
I'm
fuck?
so fucking sick and
I don't know.
tired
They
of it.
censor the links to my YouTube videos. But like, I will search up, has H2O Delirious, or H2O Delirious face reveal, or has H2O Delirious ever shown his face?
Oh wow, the first thing that popped up was a face reveal. Yeah, no, he never showed his face. It's all just wannabes.
Yeah, every year he makes an April Fool's face reveal. He's done it since 2015.
Well, it makes sense, though. Like, eventually people have to figure out that he's just a fucking meme.
I don't even see the video you're talking about, honestly. I looked up exactly what you told me. I don't see it.
I don't know. I must be going crazy then, or I'm just too high.
But yeah,
Plus,
it's
I
the
am
fact
playing a
that
game right
he
now.
is in a relationship with someone who shows their face all the time, has had a child with this person, and still no one but her knows what his face looks like. In fact,
Well, no, I'm sure there are people who do know.
oh yeah,
Like, I'm sure
obviously,
some
like
of the Vanoss
I'm
crew
certain
know, but-
cartoons knows what his face looks like.
Funny thing is, I don't think Vanoss does.
I wouldn't be surprised that Vanoss doesn't.
No, because in Among Us video, Delirious is like, you know how Vanoss, like when he first started playing Among Us, he didn't know the game, so he was just going based off of what he knew of his friends. at one point, Delirious was like, Vanos is the imposter. And Vanos was like, how do you know that? Why do you say that? Basically, was like, how do you know? He's like, I know him. Vanos was like, you've never met me. And he's like, you've never actually met me in person.
Well, yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah, I was just like, oh.
He does got a point.
And yeah, I would like to point out that my statement was I wouldn't be surprised if Vanos doesn't know. That was my initial statement.
What the fuck? I've never seen her do that before. I'm backing up a bit.
I want to see Corpse's face.
I think everybody in the world wants to see Corpse's face.
There are a good number of people that specifically don't want to see Corpse's face, because like they've got this image in their head for what he looks like, and they want to, you know, they don't want to actually see it
like
and have that ruin. Yeah.
I would love to know what he looks like, just so I can say, see guys, he's just another white piece of shit like the rest of us, you know?
Apparently
like,
he has an eye patch.
Yep.
Yeah, you could be quirky and whatever, but fuck, like, if you lost an eye, you lost an eye. Like, it makes you edgy. Cool.
But, yeah, no, that, like, amongst, like, the rest of his group, like, Terrorizer made a joke about how Liz Katz has probably never actually seen Delirious's face, like they do it with the mask on.
The fuck?
Again, like
just having that image in my head of people fucking with masks on just really freaks me the fuck out. Like, just no. Like, yeah, I can get it if you're doing an orgy and you're never gonna see these people again.
This
like,
is a really weird turn of conversation.
Hey man, like, it is what it is, you know, you're talking about having sex with fucking masks on, shit gets weird.
I was talking
Consent
about the
gets
group
weird.
making a joke about that, but yeah.
Well, I'm in my own brain, so they can deal with it or leave, you know. I'm just here for the content.
Oh,
To make
son,
the
you might be
content.
disappointed in me. I downloaded TikTok.
Oh, I'm already disappointed in you. It means you're going down a degenerate hole.
No, to be fair
Degenerates.
though, I downloaded it for memes.
Dude,
Granted,
download
a lot of titties show up
iFunny.
in
You'll
my
get all the
thing.
memes from TikTok anyway.
It's true.
Yes, but there's also other reasons. Like, I found a lot of, like, good... not
he
not
means
artists.
the
They are
hot
artists, but... they are, like, aspiring artists, but a lot of talented people. Like, people who could sing,
Oh yeah, there are
rap,
legitimately
produce.
there are legitimately people who use TikTok for things other than cringe and stupidity. They're just few and far between.
Few and far, huh? I think you just mean far.
No, I mean few and far.
There's a lot of chicks with big-ass titties on here, though, too.
That's the first thing he says right after. Eh, fuck off. Fuck everything to do with TikTok. Fuck it all.
The like vlog video that Liz Katz made though, telling basically the little story of near the end of her pregnancy with baby Lirius. She literally named it after one of H2O Delirious's most famous Gmod moments. Give birth.
Oh yeah, I can imagine that.
You think
Kyle,
serious?
here. Jessica, here. Give birth.
No, she named the vlog.
No,
Oh,
I know.
the vlog. Jesus, that's even worse. Just like, yeah,
But yeah, I'm just like,
what's the baby's
H2O
name?
Delirious
no,
is
the vlog is the name.
Yeah, no, not the kid. But I'm just saying, H2O Delirious's identity will come out when his kid starts referring to themselves with the nickname Baby Lirius when they start attending school.
By the way, son, what's your Snapchat?
I don't have one.
Wrong answer.
Good. No,
We
that's
have
a
had
great
this
answer.
conversation before.
Wrong answer.
At least
Make
3 or 4
Snapchat.
times.
Make Snapchat so I can send you memes.
You can send me memes on PlayStation. Download the
No,
app.
they're videos. They're videos. You can't send videos through PlayStation.
Not on PS4, you can't.
So after this mission, I want to do a scroll because I want a better scroll.
Yeah,
After
for
this
real.
mission, you should get Snapchat.
I do have Snapchat.
Not you, him. See, yo, son, get Snapchat. Down. We can make a group chat.
Nah.
Wrong answer.
Honestly, at this point, the main reason I don't download Snapchat is to get reactions like this from people like you.
Honestly, the one video I want to send you is a cool edit I found. Oh, let me see if I can link it to you. You have WhatsApp?
Nope.
Ugh. Toxic. Toxic.
What the fuck do you have?
Facebook. It's all I will ever have since I was fucking...
I don't
7?
even have that.
Yeah.
Like, I have a Facebook account, but I don't use it.
Yeah, we use it for memes and titties, bro. That's about it.
Get Snapchat, you can get even more.
Yeah,
just
but
sent you
I
the
don't
link
want to
to
get
it.
a lawsuit on
Watch that
top of
video
that,
when
you know?
I think that edit is cool as fuck, in my opinion. It's a simple edit, but it just looks really cool. Dog, I haven't used Facebook in probably 10 years.
Jesus.
I had a Facebook where I was on it like on a daily basis, and some guy that I was friends with as a joke reported it, and Facebook actually deleted the fucking account and wouldn't let me get it back.
Yep, that's what
So I was
Facebook
like,
does.
I'm done. I just never made another one.
I literally
You know
just
how
made a
pissed I was?
Facebook to make it faster to log on to other services.
I have an iPhone, and typically it lets me just sign in with Apple on everything. Yeah, I was so pissed, dog. You know how many nudes I lost?
I feel like that should be a good thing, but in your mind, you're thinking no. And I already know you're thinking no. But I keep thinking about all the lawsuits that could have happened to you, but you're not thinking about that. You're just thinking about all the pussy that you lost. So good on
Well,
you,
no,
buddy.
obviously now I wouldn't want them.
No. From the tone of your voice of you going, oh man, I wish I had all those nudes. No, you want those nudes. You
No,
already
now I
know
wouldn't.
you don't.
No, now I wouldn't.
No.
Let me explain.
Now
Let
you're
me
just
explain.
lying
Let me
to a
explain.
Canadian that knows what he's talking
I'm
about.
Canadian also. Let me explain.
Oh.
The reason I said I wouldn't want them now is because I still talk to those girls that sent them. And I have the updated versions from when they became legal. So when we're both above 18. But back then, I was like 15 when they got deleted.
So I'm guessing you both are a bit younger than I'd like to be thinking.
I'm
Well, I know you're 22. You're 21?
Yep.
So we're all Zoomers here, and we can all agree that we're just trash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, good enough for me. I'm just glad to know that
I
we're all
want
the
the soul
same
core, but
amount
this
of trash.
archer keeps fucking shooting me.
Dog, I saw a video where this guy was like, or this comedian was asked this guy, he was like, how old are you? And he looked at a couple, he's like, how old are you? The guy goes, oh, well, I'm 22, and she just turned 18. And he was like, let me explain to you how the fuck to answer that question. Never say just turned again in your fucking life.
Actually, do you know how many old men do that, though, and then say, I'm about to go and make a 5-star movie without you? Really?
By the way, can I just say how much I love using that soul core to finish off revenants that are block spamming?
That are what? Walk spamming?
Yeah, so NPCs in this game have a ridiculous amount of stamina when it comes to blocking attacks, but that soul core ability, Underworld Soldier, if it makes contact with a human enemy, you just pin them down and stab them in the neck.
That's why I like the tone fuzz. Oh, that you doing the move just popped up. Yeah, I don't know. I just use tone fuzz. That drains their stamina quick as fuck.
I don't know if you quite understand what I'm referring to when I say revenants in this game at high difficulty have a shit ton of stamina when it comes to blocking.
Tone fuzz. Make a tone fuzz built to drain stamina. By the way, why the fuck do you have so much currency?
Because I'm level capped.
Oh, spend it on something.
When you're at the level,
to spend it on.
when you're at the level cap, the only thing remaining is focus levels, which are very incremental upgrades that barely mean anything as you get them, and they each cost 3 billion. Oh wait, are you talking about the coins or like the souls?
Both.
When it comes to the coins, it's literally just the amount that of benefit you can get per upgrade, or per, you know, cost of money isn't really.
I'm talking about gold.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about now as well.
No.
It's barely anything. Like, in terms of monetary cost to upgrade stuff.
This fucking Nioh key just won't fuck off.
I'm guessing you're carrying beer through the story.
The
He's
new
carrying
game
me
plus
through new
and stuff.
difficulties. It's trying to get me to a point where I actually feel like I'll actually make progress on good weapons.
Son, you know a moment I'll never forget?
What?
Remember when I first started playing, when we first started the Dark Souls shit, and I got invaded at High Wall by the guy who was using the Thorns build and just kept rolling around me?
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I got so mad that day.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like the end game content in Nioh 2, you'll get more money than you could possibly need. And in terms of Amrita, the scaling for what you need for that per level gets ridiculous as well.
Jesus.
But the scaling of how much you get is also ridiculous, so it's a moot point. Oh, I'm gonna do this one mission and get 2 billion Amrita. Why? Because until you've done the underworld, everything at that point in the game can pretty much two-shot you. And if, like, let me tell you, there is I fear the gods that you fight in this game less than I fear a Dream of the Nioh skeleton with a spear.
You know what I found funny?
Eh?
Like, when I played Nioh 1, every encounter I did, even just like small ones, I'd have to look at cautiously and strategically. Watching you play makes Nioh 2 just look like a hack and slash.
So
Like, I'm watching you get hit, I look at your health, nothing.
here's the thing. That is because of how much effort I have put into perfecting my build.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Like,
What's your main weapon?
Wait, what?
What's your main weapon?
Yokai Shift, even though I haven't been using it much. It's just because
so
with...
your entire build is to just get as much yokai?
Yep.
Yeah, I know that was a very strong build in Nioh 1. Like, with living weapon.
In Nioh 2, it isn't strong until your build is pretty much completely centered around it. But once it is, it's ridiculously strong.
In Nioh 1, living weapon build was like very easy to make. Because to get your living weapon, all you have to do is use soul crystals. Or Amrita stones. So you just pop some of those, depending on what like rarity stone it was, and then you'd have your living weapon back. So you could literally pop it, finish your living weapon, and then once the cooldown's finished, you could just.
So, I'm really quickly in
more.
my menu, so you can get a look at what the highest tier of soul crystal is in Nioh 2.
I'll tell you when it pops up. You're opening a door.
That is a lot of Amrita. Holy shit.
Now you're in the menu.
Oh, are you on my stream as well?
Million Amrita.
Oh.
Oh, no. That is 10 billion, my friend.
No. I had one that was 10 million. You got one that's probably disgusting.
Yeah, the one he's showing is 10 billion.
Jesus Christ.
Can you transfer that to real life?
I fucking wish. Like, not even transfer it into money, transfer it into, like, I gain soul power in real life.
Jesus.
Dog, world, don't ever give me superpowers. You won't like what happens. I will not be a hero. Dog, you know how fast I would rob a bank? If I had
same.
superpowers?
I think that's why the Blaze exists, to remind people why we don't have superpowers.
Like, I had this discussion with someone, and I was like, what would you do if you had superpowers? Like, how would you use it? He goes, well, I would use it to make the world a better place, try to stop racism, make the police jobs a lot easier, and take down criminals, and stuff like that.
I'd be hearing that dude
like,
talk like you are
you'd be
lying to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dog, I'd be trying to rob shit. I would take whatever the fuck I want. What are you gonna do? Like, dog, imagine how much shit you would do if all you could do was go invisible. You're getting fucked up by this fire archer, by the way.
Dude, that is a dude with a cannon, not a fire archer.
Oh, well, he's fucking you up.
Yeah. He has a fucking cannon.
I've just watched you back to back go to pull out your cannon to shoot him and just get fucked up.
Yeah. So, when you initially go to New Game Plus, one of the first things you'll notice is all ranged units in the game get a significant fire rate increase.
Don't headshots still do a massive amount, though?
Yes, but the thing is, they shoot faster than you ever will. So if they're already shooting at you, like if we're a skeleton with a cannon, I wouldn't have used my cannon. I would have used my bow. But that was a Yoki, so a one headshot would not kill it, even from my bow. I needed to spam cannon at it.
You know what I learned from watching speedruns of Nioh 1? A fist build is the strongest build against bosses. like unarmed.
Oh yeah, honestly, if you were to dedicate a build to that in this one as well, there's there is a armor set that you can get that having the 7-piece set bonus gives you faster key recovery, increased attack, increased defense, and additional 500% barehanded attack damage. And that's discounting all the buffs you get from just the individual pieces themselves.
Well, in the speedruns, they wouldn't make a build around that. They would use a Kasirigama, and then when it came to bosses, they would just use Fizz. Because there was a bunch of like debuffs and buffs that would increase Fizz damage. So you would like punch them like 4 times and they were dead.
I thought I had elixirs. I had none. Bummer.
Oh, I fell down a hole, so you're just gonna have to respawn.
I seen that. And the Revenant fell. Followed you.
Oh. Hey buddy.
Oh my. Oh my god. Are you fucking serious, game? I hate blue Yokis. They're the bane of my existence.
Ah, here's a ladder. Please don't die again before I get up there.
I
really wish I had this right now.
I'm fucking... I'm running away. I don't even care. The amount of fuck I give about that is none. Jesus Christ, this game is fucked some days. And that keeps happening. Why do the Revenants keep appearing?
There's a Biwa Boku Boku nearby, summoning them.
Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm already dead. I'm already dead. There's just not even a fucking chance. I'm doing barely fucking anything to this stupid thing. And you're right, so much key that I can't do anything.
I'm gonna sit out of the stream for a minute while I let
Okay.
Like, it takes like 20 minutes, but when I'm in the stream it says 4 hours. Son, you working tomorrow?
No.
What I'm hearing is all-nighter and all-dater.
Look at how ridiculous this is.
I can see. I love how I went to get near him once. I died. And the mission's over because I'm dead.
Nope, it's a boss
Really?
fight, which means we don't fail, but I can't revive you.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
The mission only fails if the bar depletes before the main boss fight. The more you know, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, that blue Yoki, though.
Dude, my brain hurts because...
That blue Yoki might as well have just turned to look at your HUD and just shot the blue bar directly.
Yep.
But we did it.
Oh, well. It's not ethereal, but I can make it ethereal. Or the fucking divine, whatever the fuck difficulty it is now.
What? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? I thought you said you wanted to do a demon scroll thing.
Oh, I do. I just got a phone call. Just give me a second.
Okie doke.
Oh.
But yeah. So, part of how my build works is every time... Hmm? What?
I said, mm-hmm.
There's a perk called Blood of the Yokai on one of the sets that I'm wearing that, basically gives me a buff that stacks up to 5 times every time I hit and I land a soul core ability. And the higher the number gets, the faster I regen the purple bar, which is used for casting the soul core abilities. And spending the purple bar gives me my yokai shift gauge in proportion to how much of the purple bar I spend. Then
That sounds strong as fuck.
oh yeah. Then it also gives me an increase to the speed that I charge up my yokai abilities while in yokai shift. Increases how much melee damage I do against corrupted enemies, which my primary weapons always inflict corruption because they're yokai weapons. I stay in yokai shift for longer, a lot longer, and I got rolls on my soul cores that make it so that if I am in yokai shift, I have a 54% chance to just not take damage when hit.
That sounds good. You know what ability would be nice? I don't know if Nioh 2 has it. I'm sure they do though. But it's a consecutive attack buff.
Yeah, that is a thing, but the way consecutive attack works in Nioh 2, it might have worked this way in Nioh 1 as well. If you get hit, the whole thing goes away, pretty much.
I'm not sure.
Alright. While waiting for him to get back, I want to do a Scroll of the Damned mission. If you feel like tuning back in to watch that or not, it's whatever.
Yeah, I'll tune back in and watch that. Hold up.
Where is my... You know what? Hold on. Let me... Where are my Scrolls of the Damned? Ah, here's one. Here's one that I love doing to show off builds. So... No, why am I... So this is very nearly the highest difficulty level content. Not quite the highest, but like just a step down.
So what you're telling me is you're in a one-shot everything.
That was the first boss?
One shot. first boss got one-shotted. Oh, this is the three-sworder dude you were talking about.
Yep, this is Nightmare Bringer.
Can you get his weapon?
Yes, I actually have 2 of his swords as like my backup weapons for this build.
Can you use all 3 though?
You can have 2 as like your dual blades, and then the last one as like a single blade.
I think it would be cool as if you got all 3. They float, the other 2, like you can merge them, and the other 2 float around you and attack with you.
Like if you take up both of your weapon slots.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of neat.
Because like you see how he's only really holding one, the other 2 are just floating around him.
Yep.
Like that'd be cool if your character. This is a really long one-shot.
Yeah, he only has, you know, a double buff to his health and damage and a stamina regen.
That's fine, he's still gonna get one-shotted. In theory, every boss you kill is you killed with a one-shot. You ever think about that?
I mean, technically, since, you know...
Well, because the very last hit is one hit. A one-shot doesn't say exactly when the fight starts. This dude with his girl, which hand fingers there? Yo, Eddie, you should PayPal me. Oh, you just beat his head into the ground. One shot. So is this area just like a bunch of different bosses?
This room is technically like the crucible of the underworld. It is just a boss arena.
Oh.
But the arenas you get in the picture scroll missions can differ with each one. But yeah, if you want to see... These are Daitoren and Shotoren, the fire and water swords that he was using. I just switched to them, so it'll probably be a minute before.
Yeah, that looks nice.
And then this is Kenmyoren, the lightning sword.
So do they have anything special about them? Other than like the status effect?
They do contribute to his set bonus, which gives me a whole bunch of nice little goodies. They can also, I believe, potentially roll with some unique perks, but I'm not too sure about that. But specifically, the thing that I love about them is just the roll that I got for them.
again, that was like my biggest thing I didn't like was the fact that there was really no uniqueness to each weapon, other than like again with Bloodborne and Dark Souls, each weapon has its own
So
like
if
specialty attack.
if you're if you're so if you're looking for like a difference in moveset, there isn't really. The for yokai weapons, almost all of them have something about them that is a bit more unique stats wise, like the dual bloodstained cleavers, which I was using for that fight, give melee damage against enemies whose stamina bars have been completely depleted.
Hmm. And they just need to make a Bloodborne 2 already.
Unlikely.
Oh yeah, I guarantee they never will, but they need to. I don't know if I already talked to you about this, but what did you think of the Demon Souls remake?
I think it looks really nice. Haven't played it yet, obviously, since
But do you think it's worth playing?
if you haven't played Demon Souls at all yet, absolutely.
Well, I'm saying, like, if you already have played it.
If you already have played it, it might be nice to go back and just see what they've changed, experience it on higher graphics. But at the end of the day, it's still Demon Souls.
Yeah,
whether
but
whether or not it's...
I feel like graphics can make a huge difference in an experience.
And it's not just graphics. They have added some new items, new little Easter eggs, and straight up new particle effects. Like, when every major demon dies, you can actually see the individual that demon was based off of in the particle effects dispersing.
The makers of Demon Souls are the same makers of Dark Souls, right?
The original, yes, but the remasters were... Dark Souls Remastered, calling it that is a joke. Demon Souls Remake... Yeah, Demon Souls Remake was made by the same people that remade Shadows of the Colossus.
Oh. Because I was going to say, if it was the same company that made Dark Souls, and like Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne, it'd be nice to play the remake of Demon Souls to see what they can do now with like new age technology.
Nah, the remake was not made by From Software, but From Software gave the go-ahead.
Because like just imagine if Dark Souls 3 was never released yet, but it came out for PS5. Like that was PS5's release title.
Yeah,
Imagine
no, I would have
difference the game would be.
Adored that. But one game we're still sort of waiting on From Software to release is Elden Ring. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy to think about just like take these games that were loved and looked cool as shit at the time and just imagine if they were released a few years later with new technology. Imagine the difference it would make on the game.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
you remember the twin paired greatswords?
Yep.
Imagine how they would look on PS5.
Yeah, no, I see your point.
Be fucking mental.
But yeah, if you're looking for like uniqueness to setups in Nioh 2, then you definitely want to go the way of like setting up soul core builds, like what I've kind of gone for, because soul cores, each ability is like its total own thing on top of having unique stats that the rolls of the soul cores gives and all that.
I don't know, like my thing is like again with the twin pair, like, I'll use twin paired greatswords as an example. Like sure their moveset was a bit different because it was from what I know the only dual greatswords.
Mm.
But it was the fact that it had, like, every weapon had its own unique attack. It wasn't something you would sit there spamming all day, but it was a unique attack. Some were useless, some were really strong.
Yeah, no, I do totally get what you're referring to. That's probably my favorite thing about the Souls titles as well.
Like, that was my issue with Nioh, was every weapon I'd get, all I was looking at was the roll. Like, there was no point in testing out other weapons, because it's still the same moveset.
Hmm.
Like, for example, in Nioh 2, that little scythe thing that you did, where you, like, threw it around and it spun around. Imagine if every scythe was able to do that. Like, every scythe had that ability to, and part of their combo was to throw it forward, it would spin in a circle and then come back to you. Like, it would be like, okay, whatever.
The thing that I think Nioh, the makers of Nioh did a bit better with Nioh 2 on, and I don't know if this was a thing in Nioh 1, but it was that fighting a boss that wielded a weapon, you know, among their loot table was also just like a unique move that they use. So that
I don't
was
think Nioh bosses really wielded weapons. Like, the first boss in Nioh 1, it's a giant yokai, and his main weapon is just himself slamming onto the ground, and he has these, like, wrecking balls that are chained around his hands. And he'll throw them at you.
Onryoki.
Yeah. Like, out of all the bosses I saw, none of them wielded weapons.
I guess Nioh 2's a bit more unique in the fact that there just are a lot of humanoid bosses then.
Oh, no, actually, there were some. Like, there was this one guy. So you know, like, parts of Nioh 1, right?
Barely.
Like, you've seen videos or, like, cutscenes?
Some small ones a while ago, yeah.
Okay, you know the bald guy? Like, the main protagonist? The main enemy? Whatever you want to call it? Bald dude, looks like emo / goth.
Nope.
Wannabe airbender.
Nuh-uh.
Okay, well, pretty much he's like, he can shapeshift. There is a character. I don't know. I can't remember what his name is, but he pretty much wields this, like, lightning sword called Rakiri. And the main boss transforms into him, and you fight him. And if you beat him, you get that sword. But again, the only special thing about it is the set bonus and the fact that it does lightning.
Yeah. So
there's no unique attack. Granted, he has unique attacks with it.
yeah.
But
so imagine
you
if
don't get them from that weapon. You get them from the skill tree.
so there is a thing like that where you will get you know the unique attacks from the skill tree as well, but then from fighting the boss you can actually get their unique attack from fighting them. You know, it is something you will be able to repeat with any version of that weapon in the future, but
like the boss I was telling you about, his most, like, deadly attack is he'll put the sword into a sheath, charge it up, and then start running forward towards you. And when he gets it within range of you, he does a massive like sideways slash that can one-shot you. And you can do that too, but you can do that with any sword. It's just in the skill tree. Like, to
I'm
unlock
talking about
that part of the skill tree, you have to do that mission.
I'm talking about one that isn't even, like, initially visible on the skill tree. Like, it is just, you have a chance to get the skill from the boss.
Yeah, Nioh 2 seems like it was a lot better. One thing I didn't like about Nioh 2 or Nioh 1 was that it felt like it reused areas a lot. So like, you know how in Nioh you have the main mission and then you have side missions that you can do?
Yeah.
I hated that the side missions always took place in the same area as the main mission in that region.
Yeah, they're a bit better with that in Nioh 2. Not 100%. There are a good amount of repeats, but it's not like 100% repeats of the same zones.
Yeah, with this it was literally the exact same thing. Just sometimes ladders were put in a different area, fire was put in a different area, you spawned a different area, but you were still in the same like map.
Yo, Nioh, if you could stop fucking spamming your bullshit. I actually just died to a thing.
Man, why do you gotta die when I'm not there, huh? What type of racist bullshit is this? Oh, we're friends, man.
Fuck off. So sick of your shit.
That's a lie. By the way, why the fuck are you appearing online? You're never appearing online.
Literally, it was just so that it would make it easier for these guys to invite me to the lobby in For Honor, because For Honor's invite system is stupid as shit and refuses to utilize the PS4's invite system.
That's why I never message you, because I don't know when the fuck you're online.
Yeah. Eddie, are you high? Like, I can never tell if you're high when you suggest shit like that. Imagine Hole Digger VR, where you are the shovel. I can never tell if he's high.
Dog, sounds like a great game. I'd buy it.
Like, Eddie had an iconic moment in our friend group, like back on Xbox 360 when we were playing Minecraft, and we were digging underground, and we had this community chest filled with just a shit ton of like stone tools, because it was still early on, so we didn't have a surplus of iron. But we were like, we wanted to haul out this whole ass mountain so that we could use that as our base. And we had an entire chest, double chest full of each type of stone tool. And we hit this massive pocket of just like a shit ton of gravel and dirt and stuff. And we're just like, Eddie, can you take care of this? Sure, I'll get on it. And then like an hour or two later, Eddie just, like, we're having a small conversation about something else that's going on in game, and Eddie just walks up, I need another shovel. And we're just like, what? I need another shovel. Like, he was saying, he was enunciating none of the sentence he said, so we didn't even quite understand what he was saying initially. And then when we finally deciphered it, we were just like, what about the chest? You know, go get another shovel from the chest. There are no more shovels in the chest. And we went over, this motherfucker used every single shovel in the community chest. And we go, like, how much did you clear out? How much did he clear out? The mountain range. Not the mountain.
I like Eddie.
You give him a task, he accomplishes that fucking task.
But he does it a bit more than you would like.
Just more than we had expected. Like, it wasn't a negative thing. It was just much more than we had, like, prepared for.
Now, you know who Kevin Hart is, right?
Yes.
That reminds me of a story he told where he was like, I like when my kids do what I tell them to do, just not when they do exactly what I tell them to do. And then he goes on to say how he was like, I was telling my kid, get your ass to sleep. And his son just stood standing up. Oh. Just went to sleep standing up right there. That sounds like Eddie right there. You tell him, Eddie, go to sleep. Fine.
Yeah, man, he'll find a way. It's why Eddie was so great in Destiny 1 raids. We would give him one specific task to do in the encounters, and that task would never fail. Never.
Eddie, go kill boss.
Like, it was like, Eddie, there's going to be a knight that comes out of that door, and he's going to bomb the shit out of the rest of us if you do not shoot him. Kill that knight. Don't worry about anything else. Kill that knight.
You look over at Eddie, he's being bombarded by enemies, just standing still, aimed at that one door.
Yeah, and like, as long as the rest of us do our job, clearing ads, Eddie will sit there, scoped in, waiting for that motherfucker to walk through the door. Like, you know, what you said is no exaggeration.
Minecraft world. We should do that one day. Like, get all the people we know to just hop in a Minecraft world and just see what happens. Just tell them, like, look, you can go off on your own, or you could stick with the group. If you go off on your own, you don't live here, you don't get any of our stuff. And just see how shit goes.
Yeah, you know, like that's fair.
What does Eddie play PS4 or no?
Yeah, he plays PS4.
If he hops in that server, I'm gonna be like, Eddie, I want you to clear out every block.
Like what? Just like
anything else.
Dig a colossal pit from the point you give him?
No. Just dig out every block. And just see what he does. Like,
Man,
I want to fill
might.
up like 50 chests, all with with each kind of tool, and just be like, Eddie, clear out every block.
Like, dude, we told him to make like an old style like stone quarry once, and he dug out like a 20 by 20 pit that went all the way down to bedrock.
I remember,
so the thing he might just end up doing is going and harvesting a shit ton of sand and kill a fuckload of creepers and mass produce TNT so that he could just mass destroy the area you told him to destroy shit in.
Yo, he'd be a perfect fit in uh 2T 2B. Do you know what that server is or no?
The server with no rules. Yeah, I know what
Yeah,
it
the
is.
Anarchy server. And they love blowing shit up, especially trees. But I remember a friend of mine. He had a server. I, I can't remember what the server was called, but it was like a game server where people would come in, they'd spawn with a kit, and it was kind of like Hunger Games. They would have to go around to different dungeons, getting shit,
It was an adventure
and
map.
yeah. So they'd have like an hour or two to go around to a bunch of different dungeons to get stuff, and then they'd have to go fight a bunch of bosses, see how far they can get. One of our friends joined, and he was like, "Can I build like a dungeon?" They go, "Yeah, but depends where." So he points out at a spot, and he's like, "Okay, yeah, you can build there. Just don't make it too big." He goes, "Got." This man built a fucking Donald Trump wall around the entire thing. Literally, so he didn't have it as like an endless world. He went to the world border and built an entire wall going around the entire thing. And then he hid a chest on like all the way down to bedrock. And right above that chest, at the world ceiling, he put one sea lantern. That was your only clue on where that chest was. So if you went right under that sea lantern and dug straight down, you'd find the chest. It had God on it. Like that's what it was called. It was the best armor that you could get in that server.
It's fucking stupid, and I love it.
No, like literally, we came back. So he gave the account to him because he said that it was going to take him a while, and the guy who owned the server had class. We came back the next day after school, so he had about 6 to 8 hours. We didn't even know what the fuck he was building. We just came back and we were surrounded by darkness. Because this was when they added like the fill blocks in. So he built the wall, but then he just filled everything else in. And we were just like, we said small. He goes, okay. Your point? There was no resentment. There was no, oh, my bad. No, it was just like, oh, okay. You said small. I didn't want to do small.
You said small. This is a small world.
We had him get rid of it, but we kept the sea lantern there. No one ever found it because since it was so high up, you couldn't exactly tell where was right under it.
Mm.
The best part was, I think after a month or two of that being there, I went in and I dug straight down, like I flew up to it, fell right to where the spot was. I dug a bit down and I placed a few decoy chests on the path there. So right on top of the block that you had to mine, I placed a chest with like really shitty stuff in it. And people would just get that and be like, oh, okay, whatever, and then move on.
That's fucking mean. What time is it? Okay, it's It's not that late yet. I'm gonna make my best attempt to stay up till like 11.
11's not even late.
No, it's late considering I woke up at 3 in the morning.
Pussy.
We do this every single time we start to hang out.
You're welcome. There was also a dungeon where it was insanely hard for no fucking reason. Like, there was a shit ton of enemies that you would need to kill. It was a very long process to get to the chest. And when you get to the chest, it's a trap chest. There's nothing in that dungeon.
Oh my god, that's so fucked.
But we made it look like it is. So like, every time someone gets in it, he gives them a little tour showing them like the main dungeons, and that's always called the God Palace. So people always go for it. One dude, it took him the entire hour to beat it, and when he beat it, he literally lost everything, had to go in the boss with no weapons, no armor, nothing.
So, alright, hold on. Do you want to know how much Amrita in total I have acquired on this character
Sure.
in Nioh 2? Alright, so let's see.
Sure.
946,537,441,557 Amrita.
My guess was close. I took a little guess in my head before you said anything, but I was close. Yeah, that's a lot though.
Yeah. And the crazy part is, I'm gonna need roughly 3 trillion in total to max out the focus level, which is just these tiny little additional levels you get once you hit the focus, or once you hit the standard, like, level cap. And the focus level can go up to 1,000, and each level is 3 billion.
Just cheat for it.
Trying to think of what else to do to keep myself awake, because I am already starting to get tired.
That was such a stupid event though. That mode, I hated that mode. That mode was racist.
It was a stupid event, but I still wanted to get the cosmetics from it, and I didn't, and I'm sad because of it.
I got the ones I want. Not all of them, but I got something that I wanted. Like at the time I was maining BP, I got all of his shit.
So, we played enough Dark Souls together for you to learn of my immortal love for pole arms in video games, right?
Yep.
So, one of the newest character in For Honor is named Griffin. He is a knight character, and he uses a bardish, which is like kind of a glaive, but I think like a little bit shorter, with a bit more emphasis on the blade. And all of his,
dude?
yeah, all of
Staring
his
at him right now on the home screen.
like kit setup, like his abilities, are based around supporting your teammates, which means I instantly know you won't like him because you hate supporting anyone.
I don't need anyone.
Yeah, I like playing support characters. I like pole arms, so I was instantly just like, oh, bye.
Oh, you probably played a shit ton of Lawbringer.
I played a good amount of Lawbringer. He didn't really, honestly, utilize the length of his polearm enough for me.
Yeah. I played a little bit of him, but he was never my character.
But let me tell you, if if you hate supporting people, you'll love Warmonger, because Warmonger is the complete opposite of Griffin. Whereas Warmonger supports his teammates nearby, or sorry, Griffin supports his teammates nearby. Warmonger applies a debuff with her first and fourth tier ability called Corruption, which is basically, hey, you have this little circle around you for a while. If any of your allies enter that circle, both you and them start taking massive damage per second.
Yeah, but see, I couldn't play that with you because your ass would step in it. Like, you'd be like, hey, remember when you were talking shit? Come here.
Well, no, that wouldn't affect us because I'd be on your team.
Oh, I thought you were saying that if a teammate stepped in.
No. When you put it on an enemy, and if their teammates step into that circle, both of them take massive damage per second. And
dog, I'm looking at the characters I've played. I'm toxic. Like, I only have rep on 5 characters.
I am a rep 13 Shigoki.
Oh no, I've rep on 5 characters, but I'm rep 2 on BP.
I'm
rep 2 on BP, rep 1 on Valkyrie, rep 1 on Orochi, rep 1 on Hinokiri, and then Shaolin.
Dude, I am rep 13 on Shigoki.
Disgusting. Okay, let's look at Warmonger. Yeah, so those are the only 2 characters I don't know. Griffin and Warmonger.
Warmonger, playable Apollyon. That's basically what she is. Her first tier makes
it literally looks like just another, like a female warden.
Playable Apollyon. But her first tier makes it so that you basically imbue your sword with corruption, and the first enemy you get a clean hit on gets the little circle around them. Her fourth tier, you throw it down as a smoke bomb, all enemies within range get it on each other, which means if they don't get away from each other, they are going to melt into a fucking puddle in seconds. And her second and third tiers at base, her second tier, you heal when an enemy with corruption on them takes damage, including just hitting them, and like as long as they have the debuff, any damage they take heals you. And the third tier makes it so that any enemy that you have inflicted with corruption just takes more damage.
So I already bought Warmonger. I had enough to buy her, so I was like, I bet.
Yeah, I adore Warmonger. Oh, and then it's the fact that after, I think it's like any light... First of all, her lights, if they get blocked, she doesn't like flinch or anything. She can continue with her combos. But then it's like after a light, she can do this little like fucking scratch where she tries to gouge out her opponent's eyes with her fucking claws. And if you barely charge the scratch, it just makes them flinch, and you can just get a little light on them. Which, by the way, you can harass people with that really badly if they don't like to dodge. If you fully charge it, it'll stagger them enough that you can get a top heavy off of it. But yeah, like if someone...
I just remember hating Orochi's lights.
If you want to be the biggest asshole to someone fighting your teammate, with Warmonger, go up next to them and like dodge and then scratch, dodge and then scratch. You're just constantly breaking their guard. Or you could do her dodge heavy, but you risk getting parried, because her dodge heavy is unblockable. And if you parry someone and then press square, you drive your sword into them and sort of push them backwards, and if you push them into a wall, you literally actually just scratch across their face, inflicting bleed on them.
Ooh, that sounds like Peacekeeper.
If you parry them and they ran out of stamina and they fall over, you still drive your sword into them, and then you drag your claws along their face while they're down and inflict more bleed on them. Let me tell you, if one of your teammates is a shaman and you do that to an enemy, like the shaman just neck snaps in that direction and they just lunge onto them and bite off an ear.
Oh no, you know who I hated? Jormungandr.
Yeah.
I fucking hated them.
Alright.
Yeah, hold on. I want to show you my BP. My BP looks cool as fuck. Are you getting off here in a minute?
Probably. I'm probably gonna cut the stream here since I'm not really doing anything anymore. I would